Parents who opt to not send their children to sit the National Grade 6 Assessment (Ngsa) are being reminded by the Ministry of Education that they are not being forced to have their children sit the examination. However, if this route is taken, placement of those children will be at secondary schools in proximity to the residences. Chief Education Officer CEO Ingrid Trotman explains more.
There is what we call the placement examination, and that is done during the July month. And so they would be placed at the school closest to them, the secondary school closest to them, for a period of 1 month. And if they satisfy the criteria, they can ask to write that exam, the placement exam, in the next year of July. And depending, I think they have to get over 70% in order to be placed at a school of a high level.
Meanwhile, teachers with pre-existing medical conditions which may put them at a greater risk of contracting COVID-19 will be exempted from class and examination rooms. Exemptions will also be granted to teachers with young children.
Teachers with ailments would be exempted. Once they can present, evidence or proof of their illnesses, well then they will be exempted and given other duties.
The various modalities for the hosting of the Ngsa and the CAPE CSEC examinations were clarified on Friday by the Ministry of Education during a live webinar. During the conference, several parents raised questions regarding students with medical conditions such as asthma. In response, Assistant Chief Education Officer, Secondary June Ann Gonzalez, stated that once such information is brought to the fore, the ministry is prepared to make the requisite adjustments to ensure the safety and comfort of all students. Meanwhile, with the examination level students required to return to school from June 15th, Assistant Chief Education Officer of the primary level, Carol Ben, assured that sanitization of the institutions have already begun.
A sanitization kit will be issued to each learner. The kit is inclusive of soap, hand sanitizers, face masks, etc. Learners will be given this package during the first week of their re-entrance to school. Sanitization stations will be set up at each school. A supply of face masks.
Among the established guidelines for the students' return to school is the allowance for only 15 students per examination area, daily temperature checks, and constant sanitation of examination rooms. Congregating before and after exams will not be allowed, and parents are required to drop their children directly before the commencement of class and examination sessions. Students will attend school for 4 hours on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and those learners who previously benefited from the hot meal program will continue to do so. Since March 16, 352 nursery, 453 primary, and 139 secondary schools were ordered closed, which affected 188,893 students. 14 special education schools, 11 TVET institutions, 18 teacher education centers, and 2 university campuses have also been closed in the wake of COVID-19. 11,700 teachers, without the inclusion of lecturers, have been displaced. For the HGP Nightly News, Amel Griffith.